want to do a video experiment today on iced coffee. How many of you love going to Starbucks and getting you a nice mocha iced coffee, maybe a caramel something, and you just, sometimes you don't want to spend the money, sometimes you just want to iced coffee. Like, I don't like Starbucks at all, and my favorite go-to iced coffee was McDonald's. I would go get the French vanilla, or I would go get the hazelnut. But I have some things here at home that I want to go ahead and experiment if I can make my own iced coffee using what I have. Now, I have the Javy mocha and I have the Javy caramel, and these are syrups. Now, they're low in sugar and they're low in calories, which is great. Now, what I want to add to my iced coffee, is I have our store brands French vanilla. And the reason I want to use that because the store brand versions are never really too sweet, and I'm not doing a lot of sugars in my diet anymore. I mean, like, I use Swerve or the monk fruit now to even sweeten my coffee. And so anyway, I want to make me a little iced coffee today, so I'm going to see if the way I make it comes out to my liking, and if it does, I don't have to go to McDonald's. I'm never going to go to Starbucks because I just do not like their burnt tasting coffee, and I am a coffee holic, okay? Anyway, so I have instant coffee, a little bit left. I use Folgers when I make my coffee, but I have this instant. I had it for something else. A long story, is a diet thing, and it absolutely worked or whatever, to lose weight using coffee and lemon juice, whatever. But this right here is all you're going to need, is some instant coffee, and I got this from the dollar store. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to my microwave because I have a mug in there heating up some water. And the reason you need to do this is because you want to be able to dissolve your coffee and your sugars. So I'm using one heaping, a nice good heaping. See if I can show you here. A nice good heaping of instant coffee. And I'm going to use my Swerve sugar. I swear by Swerve. Splenda tastes good, but Swerve oh my gosh. Swerve is it. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of Swerve just to give it a little sweetness, because I want some sweetness in my life, okay? The water is ready. Yeah, that's hot enough. And the reason you need hot water is because when you go to pour it into this mix here, you want to be able to dissolve that coffee and that sugar good enough. And this is all you need. You don't want to use a lot of water because you're going to be adding your milk and all of that stuff. Now, I do not buy milk that often because I don't use it really. So, I drink almond milk. But I have powdered milk, which I'm going to mix in my little glass here. Okay. So you keep stirring. You won't have to keep stirring this just to make sure it's dissolved. And that looks pretty dissolved to me. Okay, so as far as my powdered milk, now if you have regular milk, you go ahead and use your regular milk. But I'm just going to use, like I said, this powdered milk because that's what I use when I'm using it in recipes. So I'm just doing 2 teaspoons, and I'm going to add some water to it. Probably going to need to just keep stirring. I'm adding water. Okay, so let's see something real quick. Okay, that's how much milk I have. Make sure that's well incorporated because, it's powdered milk. Okay, so now that I've done all that, now if you really want some strong iced coffee, by all means add you know what? I'm going to add me a little more because I love coffee, so I might need to add a little bit more. I'm just going to do maybe a half a teaspoon, not a whole teaspoon, because this is a small mug that we're doing it in, and we don't want it to be too, too overpowering, that we can't taste the other flavors, the other great flavors. Okay, so that's good enough and dissolved. You see how much I have in there? Now, if you're using a tall glass, of course you want to accommodate a tall glass. You will use more coffee, and your mixtures will be more. But since I'm just using this small glass, that's all I need. Okay. Okay. So now our next step is remember we have the coffee and the sugar, and I used like 1 teaspoon of the Swerve. Now the great thing about doing this yourself is if it's not sweet enough for you, you can always add your own, or if it's not a certain taste that you're liking, or you needed more caramel, more mocha, you already have your syrups to do that yourself. Now you don't have to use the syrups. You could use something else. If you have anything else like cinnamon, I'm assuming, because I haven't made iced coffee, so I'm assuming you can use other syrups, or like cinnamon, or maybe a drop of vanilla, to give it a little flavoring with your sweeteners or whatever, just to make it to your taste. Okay, so now our goal here is to not even have to go and spend $3, $4, $5 on an iced coffee anywhere else when you can do it at home. McDonald's is cheaper, I know. But say you're at home and you don't want to feel like running to McDonald's, and you don't want to DoorDash it, because by the time it gets to you, all the ice is melted. Who wants that, right? Not me. Okay, so anyway, now I'm going to pour my milk into my coffee mixture here. Okay, so I'm going to pour it in here. Fill this on up. Wow. And that was just maybe 3/4 of a cup of milk. This is what we're looking like so far. Looking good so far. Now let's add the fun. Now, say you have the mocha like I do, and you have the caramel, and you don't know which one you want. It's your world. Use both. I'm going to use both. Like I said, this is less sugar and low in calories. So I'm going to add that's 2 teaspoons of the mocha. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of the caramel, because I really want to taste that mocha. I'm stirring in between. Let me see if you could see. Adjust my camera so you can see what I'm doing. I apologize about that. Okay, so this is the caramel. So I'm going to pour 1 nice teaspoon and a little bit of the caramel. Okay, what do you think we need to add next? This is iced coffee, right? So let's get our ice. So you got to really get that ice in there and mix it around so it can get nice and cold. And this is perfect for those hot summer days. And for those that are wondering, like, why in the heck does she have on sunglasses? That's because I'm in and out of our backyard because we're working on our pool, and it's super hot outside. I'm going to go back outside with my drink as soon as I'm finished. Okay, so let me go ahead and add all the ice in here and just stir. That's looking good, isn't it? Yes, it is. It is. It smells good. So it's nice and cool now. So what I need to get is a straw. It's time to taste it. Oh my God. That is, guys, I kid you not, that is so good. I don't need to add anything else. Oh wow, that is really good. I can taste the mocha. I can taste a hint of the caramel. I didn't even put my French vanilla in there, so what happens if I add a little French vanilla? So I mean, I literally just probably added 1.5 teaspoons of French vanilla. Stir it up and let's taste it. That is next level goodness. Okay. So look, you have to try this at home yourself. Get you some instant coffee. If you're not able to find syrups, and you can even find these in the dollar store. This didn't come from the dollar store. I don't know. You can get those in your grocery stores, right? You can order them online, but get you some syrup and start making your iced coffee yourself and save yourself some money. Okay? I say that this experiment is a success. Bye. Thank you for spending time with me.